Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and happy Good Friday for those of you who Good Friday. Happy Black Friday for those of you who celebrate. Good Friday is months away from here. Uh, so there's a bunch of Black Friday sales going live right now. But the most significant for video games that I have seen has been Amazon. I got the email from Amazon the other day and I decided to go have a look-see, and there are a bunch of games on sale that I'm going to have to use some restraint not to buy most of these games, or at least the ones that I don't already own, because there's a few games on here that I own that I want to make you aware of the sale because they're awesome games and things like that. So I've got it kind of separated in two categories in my script. I've got Sony and Xbox, and obviously some of the games that I'll mention in that section will be Sony exclusives. There are no such things as Xbox exclusives anymore. And then I've got a Switch 2 list. So, starting right off with the Sony Xbox list, first up is the PS5 Slim with the disc drive. It is on sale at $449.99. So you're saving quite a bit there. So if you don't have a PS5 yet and you want one now, this might be the cheapest you'll ever see it because just the way video game prices are going these days, I don't know if we're ever going to see a sale like this. So if you want one or you want to get one for your kids or spouse or something like that, this might be your best opportunity to save some money off it, because that's $50 off of what it premiered at. And then I think it's up to almost $600 now. I don't remember what the price is. I've owned my PlayStation for a while. And of course, if you get a PlayStation, you got someone else to play with, you're going to need a second controller. So the DualShock controllers in various colors range from $54.99 to $59.99, and that you're saving $10-20 there on that price. They have the one they were showing in the little box was the Midnight Black one. That one looks really nice. I might have to get that one for my own self. And then speaking of controllers, Xbox first party controllers in various colors go from $39.99 to $54.99. So a big savings there. Most of the controllers, I was looking at the different colors. Most of them are $39.99. The $54.99 one is the translucent red, which looks like just a giant Jolly Rancher in your hand. And I kind of dig that one. I might be picking that one up for myself. That will be like a purchase hard to justify in my own mind, only because between myself and my teenager, we've got 6-7 Xbox Series X controllers, something like that. So do I need another one? No, I don't. Do I want that red one? Yes, I do. And I should say, all these prices are as recording Friday, November 21st, 8:01 a.m. is when I'm recording this. And in fact, it's going to go live almost instantly, so you guys can start saving, so you don't miss out on these prices. And also miss out on them selling out, because I think some of these things might sell out at these prices. All right, moving right along, we've got the PlayStation VR 2 bundle that comes with the Horizon Zero Dawn game. That's at $299.99. I think that's $100 savings. I don't know. After buying the first PlayStation VR, I was like, I'm not buying that. Actually, that might be bigger savings. Maybe it was $500. I know, like, the price point of whatever the VR2 was way out of what I wanted to pay for it, considering I bought the original PlayStation VR, I think, on a Black Friday sale. And I just didn't use it that much. I was like, I'm not falling for that trap again, Sony. But if you're into it, if you've been looking at it for a while, it's at $299.99. Astrobot, Sony's killer platformer from last year. Did it win Game of the Year last year? It might have won I think it won Game of the Year last year. That's on sale for $39.99. I think I'm picking that one up. I didn't get it last year, and I said, I've got a backlog. I'll wait for a sale. So $39.99 might be the best price we're going to see for a while on that one. So I think I'm going to pick that one up. Then, of course, we've got EA Sports games. We've got Madden, College Football, and FC, which is Football Club 26. All three of those games are $29.99, and those are all on the Xbox and PlayStations for that price. Assassin's Creed Shadows, that is $34.99, both consoles. Spider-Man 2, that is just PlayStation, obviously. That is down to $29.99. That's a great game. One of the few PlayStation 4 or 5 games that I've completely platinumed, and it's such a fun game that I kind of platinumed it as I was playing. I think there were only like 2 trophies I had to go back after beating the boss to go get. Like one was like you had to like glide and swing from like one end of New York City to the other. And that one took a lot of trial and error and practice to figure out the way to catch the draft and everything like that. But most of those trophies, because I just had so much fun playing the game, that I'd be doing the main story and then sidetrack to do some of the other trophy missions. But kind of felt like I was still being Spider-Man because I was saving the day, doing all kinds of fun stuff. So $29.99, that I think that's a steal. Here's one I'm definitely picking up because I was waiting for a sale on this game because I just love Star Wars. Star Wars Outlaws. I know there's like mixed reviews from people, but a lot of people who I trust in the video game sphere really enjoy the game. So it was kind of one of those things with the mixed opinions from players. I was like, I don't want to pay $60, $70 for this. I was like, I'll pay $30 for it, but it is down on the Xbox. I was really hoping for a bigger sale for the Switch too, because I kind of want it for the Switch too. But for the Xbox and the PlayStation, it is down to $19.99. So if you were on the fence like me, thinking about getting it, it's now a pretty good price at $20. I got to see if it's on the Ubisoft Classics or the Ubisoft things yet on Xbox before I go buy it. But if it's not, I think I will pick that up for $19.99. All right, we're moving on to 2 PlayStation's exclusives right here. Death Stranding 2. That is down to $49.99. I said I was waiting on a sale for that one just because of my backlog. $49.99 might be that sale price for me because I do want to jump into that game. And I just haven't had the opportunity yet. So at $50, I might have to pick that one up. And then Stellar Blade, the runaway hit, I think from last year. It's got to be a year ago. Time flies. It could be 2 years ago, but I think it's from last year. $39.99. I had that game. It's so much fun. There's a lot of beautiful graphics to look at in that game, but it is a fun Souls light like a game. I mean, it's got the parrying system and a lot of things that you see in the Demon Souls games, but it's not nearly as difficult. Fun game to play. $39.99. That's the first time I think I've seen it on sale. I think it's been staying at retail price most of the time since it's been released. Next up, this isn't a PlayStation exclusive, but Amazon does not have it for the Xbox. I don't even know if it's on the Xbox. It could just be digital on the Xbox. They've got it for the Switch 2 and for the PlayStation. Switch 2 not on sale. PlayStation 5 on sale for $39.99. Don't even know if I said the name of the game, but the Chronos games from Blooper Team. They did the Silent Hill 2 remake. It looks really creepy, and that was a game when it was shown, I think, on the Nintendo Direct, and not the Game Awards, but whatever the Game Awards does, mid-year kind of thing like that. I think that was shown there. It looks really creepy and cool. So at $39.99, especially I'm in this big horror kick. I've been watching Welcome to Derry, and I just watched Weapons last night. So I kind of want to get some horror games. Chronos might be one I pick up for $39.99. All right. Next up, game I own. I got excited for it when it was shown. I think at the Nintendo Direct is when they showed it. Capcom Fighting Collection 2. This game right here is worth it just for Power Stone 1 and 2 if you like the classic 3D arcade fighters. Considering like if you want to buy Power Stone 1 and 2 for the Dreamcast, those are like $80 and $100. So right here you're just saving a ton of money just for that. But the Fighting Collection 2 got a bunch of games on it. Especially like I think it's got a couple games that I don't know if they ever got released in the US for a console, kind of thing like that. But at $24.99, that is definitely worth it. Like I said, just for Power Stone 1 and 2. So pick that one up. Next up, Space Marines 2. That's coming in at $29.99 for both consoles. So much fun, that game. I had a blast playing it co-op with my buddy Kevin. I know we streamed it. I don't know if I just streamed it on Discord or if I also streamed it on my channel. So if you want to go look in back videos on the channel, you might find it there. That game is so much fun. Like if you're a Gears of War fan and you kind of want something new because you're tired of replaying all the Gears games like I've done, Space Marines kind of scratches that same itch. You get instead of a chainsaw gun, you get a chainsaw sword, which is so satisfying to use. Plus all the weapons are great. You're killing like hordes of xenomorph looking things. So if you're an Aliens fan, again, kind of scratch that video game itch for there. But at $29.99, because I bought that game at full price, $29.99 for that game is a steal. Also a steal, and this game is on multiple consoles, but it's only on sale or at least deep discount, I should say, for the PS5. It's Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Oh, I played that game when it came out at the beginning of the year. So much fun. I did stream that game. In fact, that is kind of the genesis of the channel. The first few videos that I have are me streaming the game. I stream the complete game. So if you want to check out some aspects of the game, you can go all the way to my first videos and you'll find it. That game is so much fun. I love the Like a Dragon Yakuza series games. This one was a great kind of like ending for Kiryu, kind of thing like that, and a full passing the torch on to Ichi. So if you like the Like a Dragon games and you've kind of been waiting on this one, pick that one up at $14.99. Next up, game I own. Love this game. Final Fantasy 16. It's a kind of a departure from your traditional Final Fantasy games. It's got a very Game of Thrones kind of feel to it, but it's a ton of fun. $19.99 is a steal on the PS5, and I think if you go on Xbox Online, it's $25 on Xbox, so you can still get it there. Maybe you can pick it up digitally from Amazon, but I didn't see a link, so I don't have it there. But $19.99 for this game. It's an epic fantasy game. Yeah, like it does have a Game of Thrones look, and the gameplay is kind of action RPG, but at the same time, I do think it's pretty cool and kind of like storytelling wise, does kind of feel like a classic Final Fantasy game. So definitely worth a check out. And then lastly, on the PlayStation Xbox combination, Alan Wake 2 Definitive Edition. If you're a fan of the channel, you know I love Alan Wake. I'm playing through the New Game Plus, the final draft right now. I've been streaming most of it on the channel along with my Twitch channel as well. It's just a fun game. If you like kind of like survival horror and mysteries, it is really fun. It feels like, a classic like noir kind of mystery horror thriller, Stephen King-esque novel. Definitely check it out. It's got a cool story. Much like Control, it kind of connects to the rest of the Remedy universe. So at $39.99, you get Alan Wake 2, the Definitive Edition, which is all the DLC, plus Alan Wake 1 remastered on that disc. So you're getting 2 games plus the DLC for $40. That's a steal right there. All right, moving right along. We are on to the Switch now. And this will contain both Switch 2 and Switch 1 games. And I'll let you know which is which. And going back to the PlayStation one, we have got Chronos on there for the Switch 2. That is $49.99 if you want to pick it up for the Switch 2. And from the looks of it, it looks like it's on card. It's not a key card. There was no key card label on the box art, so usually that is very apparent. So if you want this game for the Switch 2, which I'm paying the extra $10, I might get it for the Switch 2. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I do want more Switch 2 carts in my collection, kind of thing like that. And then also Capcom Fighting Collection 2, that is also $24.99 on the Switch. This is a Switch 1 game, not a Switch 2 game. And like I said, it's worth it just for the Power Stone games. Next up, NBA 2K26, Switch 2, $29.99. That's down from, I think, $49.99 or $59.99 for that game. This game I'm probably going to pick up for Bowie because he's been bugging me to buy it because he loves classic Pac-Man, and it's a 3D platformer, but Pac-Man World 2 repack for the Switch 2, it's down to $19.99. Also, Switch 1 is $19.99. Switch 2 is a key cart. Switch 1 is obviously just a regular cartridge, but both are $19.99, depending on how you want it. I think I might pick that up for Bowie. I might get it on the Switch 1 because he's been using my Switch 1 a lot, so that way he can play the game himself on the Switch 1, and because I'm kind of iffy about him using the Switch 2, because if that breaks, I'm going to be sad. If the Switch 1 breaks, I'll be disappointed, but I've got my Switch 2. Next up, the Final Fantasy collection at $39.99. This has got Final Fantasy 1 through 6. I've been playing through that one a lot. If you grew up in the 90s, 80s and 90s like me, and you played through most of the Final Fantasy games when they came out on the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, because all of them didn't come out, it's been a fun replay. The only ones that I've never played before are Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Like, I played a little bit of 1 back in the day, but never completed it. So I need to do that. And then 4, 5, and 6 I played back in the day. 4 and 5 I played on the DS. I did not play on the Super Nintendo. 6 I did play on the Super Nintendo, which was 3 at the time. So this is kind of just a fun collection. I didn't pay full price for it when it came out at $75.99. I ended up getting it for sale for like I think 60. So this being down to 40, I'm definitely envious of anybody who's waited and has been sitting on the fence bet. But for $40 for all 6 games, I think is a great steal because you're going to get a ton of play value out of this collection. This might be the best value of the entire thing because you're getting 6 games. Several of those games are 40 plus hours. So like just you're paying just for Final Fantasy 6 alone, you're paying $1 an hour for that game. So that's a steal. But then you got 4 and 5, which are both 30 to 40 hour games. 1 through 3, they were Nintendo games. I don't think they're as long, but you're going to get a ton of play value out of that. And if you're a fan of classic 8 and 16-bit JRPGs, definitely worth it. And this also, it's kind of a remaster. They kind of clean up the graphics a little bit. Definitely in the character icon when the characters are speaking, it's a nicer profile and things like that. So if you're a fan of classic JRPGs, especially the Final Fantasy games, $40, pick this one up. Next up, Red Dead Redemption, $24.99 for the Switch 1. Now, I cannot confirm this, but I've heard with the re-release of Red Dead Redemption coming to the Switch 2 that there will be a free upgrade to this version of the game. Again, I can't confirm that. I've just heard a couple people say it. I haven't been able to find it anywhere, like definitive. But at $24.99, this comes with Undead, Red Dead Undead, and a bunch of other things from the original Game of the Year edition of Red Dead Redemption. So if you haven't played this game, you haven't bought this game yet, it's an awesome game. I do love Red Dead Redemption, and this is very tempting for me to pick up. Like if I confirm that you do get the free upgrade when they release it for the Switch 2, I might pick this up at $24.99 just to replay because I haven't played Red Dead Redemption in years. So this would be a definite fun pickup for me. Next up, WWE 2K25 for the Switch 2, $49.99. I've got 2K25 or 2K24 on the Xbox. I love it. RGT85, he loves 2K25 for his Switch 2. He's been singing its praises. So from another wrestling fan, it's pretty good. So worth a check out if you're waiting for a sale on that. Next up, Sea of Stars. Speaking of classic JRPGs, this one has been compared to Chrono Trigger, and I've played several hours in it. I haven't completed it. I've played several hours of Sea of Stars. It is very Chrono Trigger-esque. So if you're a fan of Chrono Trigger, or like I said, those classic Square JRPGs, Sea of Stars is a nice modern take on it with kind of modern, like between like 16 and 32-bit RPG graphics. So really cool, worth a check out. Next up is a game that I've killed so much time on. I think I have 100+ hours playing this game, just here and there playing it in between doing stuff. But Balatro, it's a fun little poker game if you don't know what it is, and it is a time sinker. Like it is one of those things. Like when I'm up here in the office, just watching like some YouTube video or something like that, or watching football or something like that, I will be playing Balatro on the computer. Because it's so addicting. It's so much fun. I can't say enough praise about it. And at $20, you're going to get your value out of that game. This might be the next best value per price game to Final Fantasy Collection. And then last but certainly not least, Suikoden 1 and 2, a classic PlayStation RPG. It's remastered. It's a lot of fun. I played the first Suikoden way back when on the PlayStation. Never finished it. So when this collection came out, I bought it full price at $49.99, and now you can save $20 at $29.99. I think this is also on the PlayStation 5 as well. But yeah, Suikoden 1 and 2 for my JRPG fans on the Switch. That's what I love the Switch for. The Switch is my go-to JRPG system. If a JRPG is on the Switch, even it might be lesser than its PlayStation Xbox counterparts, as long as like it's not unplayable, I pick it up for the Switch because I can play it on my big screen, or I can like sit on the couch, relax with the family while we're all watching something, play a few hours of it, kind of thing like that. And that's what I've been doing with Suikoden 2. So there you have it. These are some of the, there's more on sale, but I didn't want to have like an hour-long video. There's more on sale at Amazon. These were just some of the games I wanted to highlight. I've got links in the description below. They are Amazon associate links. So if you purchase one of these from Amazon, I get 1% of every dollar spent on these games. So a penny for every dollar. kind of thing like that. So if you guys want to buy a bunch of PS5s to really help the channel out, that'd be great. But yeah, so these are Amazon associate links. But like I said, just wanted to share some of these sales with you. I'm going to go back and pick up a few of these games from my collection. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you're picking up. If you saw any other games that I missed that you think are a great value, let everyone else know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.